evil. People for centuries have wondered what makes us tick. In other words, what basic things are the same for everyone. Philosophers argue whether we're naturally good or bad. One thinker, Mencius, thought people are good like seeds that grow into pretty flowers. Another, Xunzi, disagreed. His book title, Human Nature is Evil, sounds scary, but he didn't mean we can't be good. Sunzi believed we're more like seeds that need care to grow well. We can learn good habits and manners, just like plants need watering and sunlight. His ideas are still important today. They remind us that who we become depends on both what we're born with and the choices we make. Schopenhauer's idea. Some Western thinkers, like Schopenhauer, had a dark view of human nature. He believed we have a strong urge inside us, like a never-ending engine, that always wants more. No matter what we get, it's never enough, making us unhappy. Schopenhauer felt this urge was like a burden we're all born with, leading to a cycle of wanting and never being satisfied. Buddhist view. Buddhism has a different view on human nature. Unlike Confucius and his followers, who debate good versus bad, Buddhists say we don't have a built-in good or evil side. Our actions and experiences shape who we are, kind of like a snowball rolling downhill. It picks up things along the way, making it bigger and changing its direction. In Buddhism, this is called karma. It means our past choices affect what happens to us now. Our choices today can influence what we do tomorrow. Western ideas. Eastern thoughts often ask if people are born good or bad. In the West, some thinkers like Machiavelli weren't as optimistic. They thought people might be more interested in themselves than others. This view of people being more selfish influenced how some governments were built. Instead of trusting everyone to be good, they created systems with checks and balances. Imagine these like rules in a game, making sure no one player gets too powerful. It's like putting up guardrails to keep things from getting out of control. Rousseau's view. Some thinkers, like Jean-Jacques Rousseau, disagreed with the idea of a single, set human nature. He believed we still have a lot to learn about who we truly are. But he did have a different idea. He thought that way back in the past. Before societies had rules and laws, people were naturally good and lived peacefully. However, when we formed societies, things changed. People started competing for attention and status, and this constant pressure to keep up with the Joneses made us unhappy and selfish. Charles Darwin's view. Charles Darwin, famous for his theory of evolution, had a unique view of human nature. He didn't believe it was fixed, like a set of instructions. Instead, he thought human nature was more like a constantly changing recipe. Just like living things evolve over time, Darwin believed what it means to be human keeps changing too, influenced by our environment and the need to survive. Medieval and Renaissance views. Thinkers from the medieval and Renaissance like Bernard of Clairvaux and Thomas Aquinas thought deeply about important questions about human nature. They drew on both philosophy and religion for answers. The idea that humans were created in God's image from the Bible was a very important foundation for them. Bernard of Clairvaux believed that our ability to make choices, free will, reflected God's own power. Aquinas, on the other hand, thought that reason was the key element that mirrored the divine. This view placed humanity in a special position with qualities that reminded them of God. These thinkers were also influenced by ancient Greek ideas. The concept of the human body as a small version, microcosm, of the entire universe became popular during the Middle Ages. This understanding affected medical practices and personality theories. Similarly, the idea that humans are rational animals, supported by Aristotle, arrived in Europe, leading to further discussions about reason and the soul. Christianity. The Bible tells a story about why humans are special. It says, God created us different from everything else. Genesis chapter 1, verse 26-28. We're like God in a way, because we can love and think for ourselves. God also gave us the important job of taking care of the earth. This special connection to God makes our lives matter. We're not just bodies, but also have a part that connects with God. According to the Bible, we're made of two parts, a body and a special breath from God that makes us whole. The Bible also tells us the first people were good. However, there's also a story about Adam and Eve disobeying God. This idea of being both good and able to make mistakes is a big part of what Christians believe. Even though we can mess up, the Bible says there's still some of God's goodness in us. Hidden patterns. Forget just listing traits. Richard Samuels asks why we all understand basic things like wetness. He thinks this shared understanding is key to what makes us human. Science, he says, can help unlock these hidden clues. Grant Ramsey disagrees. Genes and environment aren't enough. He looks for patterns in how people live. Sweating when hot is a pattern that shows how our bodies work. By studying these patterns, Ramsey believes we can understand both individuals and humanity as a whole. He sees human nature as groups of traits that often go together, like male and female development. These patterns, even with exceptions, can help us grasp what it means to be human. Who we are. Science offers the potential to enhance our cognitive abilities and lifespan, but some worry it might alter what makes us fundamentally human, like our morality or free will. Perhaps extensive modification could restrict a child's ability to forge their own path. However, science can also be a powerful tool for understanding our inherent nature. Babies' innate fear of spiders suggests a built-in fear system. Scientists even delve into the science of emotions like love. Brain scans reveal a mother's brain activity intensifies when her baby cries, highlighting their strong bond. Rethinking humanity. Philosophers like Francis Bacon and John Locke challenged the notion of fixed human traits. Bacon championed a scientific approach to understanding humans, while Locke believed our minds are shaped by our experiences. Jean-Jacques Rousseau offered a unique perspective, suggesting humans are inherently good but corrupted by societal influences. These ideas influenced later thinkers and led to the concept of a universal human essence, beyond fixed definitions. Philosophers continue to debate how to define our core essence. Some argue for a single, perfect definition, but scientists who study evolution disagree. They point out that humans exhibit a wide range of variations, not uniformity. They see our interconnectedness, not specific traits, as what makes us human. Others, including some philosophers, believe a concept of human nature can coexist with evolution, with some basic features, like brain function, remaining similar across most people.